come from. All lives exist at the same time. You have never been another person. You never will be another person. You will always be you in some form. You'll always have your identity. Now, from a higher level, an oversoul level, you could say that that version of you is many people all at once, but you as a person on earth come from earth, and you have never come from anywhere else because the you you're referring to is the earth human. But you connect energetically to other beings in other times, in other places, and draw energy and information from them. It's just that those connections are experienced by many of you as if they're actually memories. That's just the way you experience that connection because of your linear space-time perspective. But those people exist right now in much the same way that if you're watching television and you're watching one program, you know that there are dozens of other programs playing at the same time, and when you change channels, it's not that one program became another program. Both of those programs were running at the same time, but you only saw the one you were tuned to until you changed the channel. That's the way reality is structured. All lives exist now. Time is an illusion. It's just a convenience so you can experience the idea of physical reality. It only appears as if there's a past and a future. But those people exist right now. They're living right now, right alongside you. You just can't see them because they're on a different frequency, like the other TV show. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, we understand what many of you mean when you say, where did I come from? What's my origin? But the idea you're asking is really, what are my other connections that I'm drawing upon to aid and assist me in the theme I'm exploring in this life? That's what you actually mean.
Mm-hmm.
So, does that help you?
Yes.
Well, then thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
Good day to you.
So my question is, what specifically can I do to help my children heal from peanut and tree nut allergies?
There can be many things, but first and foremost, it is important to make sure health-wise that the systems are not polluted. Detoxification of the entire system is key. So first, detoxify the bodies as thoroughly as you possibly can. Actually purge the toxins from the cells. There are many different kinds of formulations, herbal remedies, and potions that can actually purge toxins from the cells to allow the cells to absorb nutrients that will then heal the body from just about anything. But you can also look at the deeper issues in that the idea of allergies generally, you have to take it on a case-by-case basis to be specific, but generally represent the idea of self-rejection. So they're holding on to belief systems where they're rejecting themselves in some way because nature seems to be rejecting them. You understand?
So are there specific foods that I should give them, or?
Well, first, again, the idea of the detoxification. Then whatever symptoms are actually left is what you're really dealing with. And you're no longer dealing with the symptoms that are produced by the toxins themselves. You understand?
Yes.
Your air is polluted, your water is polluted, your food is polluted. You force toxins into your system all day long, just by breathing, just by drinking, just by eating. So it is a good idea on a relatively regular basis to detoxify the system to see what's actually left that you need to deal with. It's quite possible that if you actually thoroughly detoxify their system, you may find that most of the symptoms are gone. Yes?
Okay.
And then you can deal with the deeper issues. Belief systems that have to do with self-rejection and so on and so forth, if that comes up.
Okay, so following that, are humans really designed to eat meat? If yes,
Not necessarily. It depends upon the human. It's up to you to understand what your body consciousness says that you may need, but you have to really be in touch with what it is it actually needs and not just do it because everyone says you should. And there are also, even if you do eat animal protein, many different ways of going about doing it that are far more natural, far more respectful, far more organic, far more natural. Develop a relationship as it used to be with the animal. Let the animal work with you. And do remember, in every case that you absorb anything from nature, nature is also absorbing you into it.
Okay. Okay.
Eating is a two-way street.
Okay, my next question is about U.S. economy right now.
Not going to talk about that right now, because we are going to address some of these issues in the upcoming transmission that we have called 13 months and counting.
Okay. So my last question is, while staying here in Sedona for the weekend, what specifically can we do to maximize our chances to see UFOs or extraterrestrials?
Have you been paying attention?
Yes.
Were you paying attention when we talked about the idea of acting on your excitement because it's a complete kit and will bring everything that's relevant in your life?
Yes.
Then have I answered your question?
Yes. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Good morning.
And to you, good day.
I now understand what a privilege it is to be on a planet at this time,
Oh, all right.
but I've found it very difficult through most of this life
That's
to feel
all right.
grounded.
It doesn't have to be difficult from this point forward.
Well, I just want to feel more grounded, more integrated.
Well, go ahead. What's stopping you?
I don't know.
Sure you do. It's easy. First of all, you understand that there's no such thing as an inherently difficult situation. All situations are neutral. They don't contain automatic difficulty. Sure, you have challenges, but that doesn't mean it's negative. But the idea is that if anything is experienced as difficult in the way you typically mean that, it means you have definitions that are making the experience difficult, that are filling the experience with difficulty. That's why it's so important to get in touch with definitions.
Okay. And that's
Yes.
why I'm feeling the anxiety.
Yes,
Okay.
that's okay. Please remember this important thing about belief systems. They are designed to perpetuate themselves in any way they can. The negative belief systems will perpetuate themselves using every single tool and trick they can. So sometimes they will actually use fear to keep you away from letting them go, from discovering them. They will make it seem so scary to go looking for those beliefs that you will shy away from doing that, and it keeps you locked into that negative belief system because you think the alternative, going to look for them, will be worse than just playing it safe. You have to remember that negative beliefs are literally smoke and mirrors. They are, as you say in biblical terms, the father of lies. They're going to tell you every single lie they can to keep you from discovering them and letting them go, because that's their job. A belief system has to make itself seem to be exclusive of other beliefs, otherwise you can't have an experience based solely on that belief. But when it comes to negative beliefs, using the idea of the negativity in order to amplify themselves and magnify themselves, or even sometimes hide themselves from you, they are designed to be masters at keeping you in the negative cycle. But once you know that all of your fears just come from something you believe to be true, then that's the skeleton key that frees you. Because once you know it's just a belief and not an empirical truth, that there's really something to be afraid of, then you can unlock from that belief and replace it with whatever belief you prefer.
Okay. Thank you.
Does this help you?
It does. I have another question.
Yeah.
I want to move to another location. I'm in New Jersey.
Bye-bye.
And I want to be with more like-minded individuals.
What's stopping you?
Oh,
All right, here come all
too
the
many
reasons.
opportunities.
I beg your pardon?
Too many opportunities. Too many places to go.
One more time. When something excites you, if it appears as if more than one thing excites you equally, which is relatively rare, if, however, it does appear that more than one thing excites you equally, it's also more rare that you have actually the same degree of ability to take action on both.
Okay.
So take action on the one that you have more ability to take action on, with no insistence that the thing that excites you has to come to fruition, because you don't know that it excites you for the purpose of it actually coming to fruition. It may just be exciting you to get you to move.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
However, if you do encounter the idea that you have multiple things that excite you equally, and you have exactly the same degree of ability to act on any of them, then all you need to do is flip a coin. Because then it doesn't matter which way you go, because again, being a perfect guiding principle, if in fact you go down path A by flipping the coin, and that isn't the path that actually is the path of least resistance, something will occur on that path that will turn you back around to path B automatically.
I got it.
And sometimes you even discover it faster than that by doing something like flipping a coin, because sometimes you hide the answer you already know from yourself. So let's say you have these two equal exciting things that you have equal ability to act on. You say, I don't know which one to take. Let me flip a coin. Heads, I'll go path A. Tails, I'll go path B. Flip the coin, it comes up tails, and you go instantly, oh darn, I wish it was A. Ah, now you've shown yourself what you would actually prefer it to be.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be that simple.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes, it does.
Is this helping?
It is. It is.
Anything else?
I have one last question. It's a personal question.
Yes,
On my way
aren't
here,
all of these personal questions?
not anymore. At the airport, I found out my father was in the hospital.
Oh, all right.
And I have a feeling he's preparing for his transition.
All right.
But I'm just kind of curious, is there something the doctors are missing? Because he's been in the hospital several times over the last year. Or is there something he needs to do or release to bring health back into his experience?
Is there some unfinished business he hasn't taken care of?
Not that I know of.
Can you have a conversation about that subject? Have you left anything undone? Is there a regret that you would like to take care of? See what the answer is, and it will lead you down the proper path of discovery together.
Okay.
And then whatever happens is what needs to happen.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Tadea.
Oh, there you are, Nania. Is it time for your refreshment break?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
I'm sorry I wasn't here when you called me. I had shape-shifted to another dimension for a moment.
Typical.
So we're going to take our break now, and then we'll be back at 2 o'clock for the afternoon part of our session.
All right, well, all of you enjoy your refreshment break, and we will resume transmission afterwards. Good day.
Get started in just a moment. So what will happen is Bashar's going to channel for about an hour and a half, and then we're going to take a break, and then we'll have our holotope meditation. So if you're all ready, I'll turn it over to you, and thank you again for this very special ability.
All right, guys, have fun. But it'll say, let us continue this transmission. Did you enjoy your refreshment break? Are you all refreshed? All right, then let us continue with your dialogue of questions and answers.
Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
I'm happy and grateful to be here and communicate with you.
All right, we are also grateful for the co-creation.
Thank you.
What would you like to discuss?
Well, I'm preoccupied for, I don't connect the dots about the concept of all existing simultaneously in the same past, future, and now.
Yes. You don't quite understand that concept?
I do not. I hear you, and I hear you many times.
Yes.
Um,
Well, let me put it to you this way. What time is it?
now.
That's all there is. So that's all there is for anything to exist in. Everything is happening all at once. Everything is created all at once. There is no other time but now. Therefore, everything has to fit in that now. So the only way you can really do that is to allow everything to be a different perspective of now, a different vibration of now. It's all the same place and all the same moment, but just from another point of view. It's holographic. It's like looking at any object. That is the one object that there is. That's all there is. But maybe you're looking at it from this side, then maybe you're looking at it from that side. Maybe someone else is looking at it from that side and from that side or the top or the bottom. But you're all looking at the same object at the same time, but you have different experiences because you have a different perspective of the object. It's similar to that idea. There is only one thing. Therefore, it has to be shared in some kind of ultimate time-sharing process. And that means that everything is going on at once, but you don't think so because everyone's perspective is really a different reality. And you don't see the other realities from your perspective. You only see what's reflected back to you at the angle from which you're looking at it. Does this help?
It does. It does partially.
All right.
So if I take that, which I do entertain that concept of one moment of the now,
Yes.
viewing it from all directions, so therefore there's all directions to this one
Yes.
now. So how can I interact this with the fact of incarnations of
Well, that's
self?
what I'm saying. The incarnations all exist now. Reincarnation is just, in a sense, an effect. It's just a side effect of your perspective. You can create the experience as if it's one life after another, but that's just the way you're arranging the perspectives. The fact is, all those lives all exist at the same time. You've heard us talk about the film strip analogy?
Yes.
So that doesn't help clarify it for you?
It does not, only from the fact that I am a consciousness.
Yes.
So at this moment, in this now, I am Yael standing up here.
Yes.
So I identify myself as such.
Yes.
But in another, through this strip of stagnated film,
Yes.
I am also, if you're saying the way you're saying it, that I am, let's say I had 100 expressions or incarnation.
Yes.
So what about the 99? If I am occupying this now,
Then the
yet
others
you're
are
saying,
occupying a different perspective, a different experience.
So am I the one who is overseeing all the 100?
That's the oversoul perspective of yourself. But every single one of those others is their own person. And from their point of view, you are one of the other 99. They consider themselves to be the only one, just as you do.
Am I having an issue with an identity then?
You are an identity. You are a perspective. You are a point of view. That's what your identity is. But every single experience you will ever have will always be seen from that point of view. Even if you create the experience of expanding into different levels, it's always going to be from your point of view, and everyone else is going to have the same kind of experience. Everything they experience, they will always have from their point of view. That's what makes it unique.
How am I them then?
You're not as this you.
So when do I become them, or was
That might happen on a different level. Let's say, as we said, the oversoul level, where you know that you are all of those yous simultaneously, or the all that is level that knows itself as everything, everyone, everywhere, everywhen simultaneously. So you have to go to a different level to have that perspective. But from this level, you are not experiencing yourself as them. That's what this level is all about. That's where the divisions are. That's where the separation experience is created so you can pretend you are not them in order to have a singular experience. But you're just, in a sense, pretending not to be everyone else while they're pretending not to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Is this making any more sense?
It does make sense. When is this ending cycle then? I mean,
Never.
am I becoming...
Never ends, never, ever, ever. There is always more. There's always another point of view. There's always another perspective. There's always another level. Even when you reach all that is can experience itself from another point of view.
Yeah, I understand.
Never ends because it never began. It just is.
It's really,
Isness is its quality. Isness, that's it. Everything else is subject to isness. Isness is not subject to anything else. So the idea of time and space, different, past, present, future, that's all within isness, within existence.
Yeah.
But existence is not subject to time and space and all those things.
Yeah.
Is this helping?
It does. Thank you.
All
It
right,
does.
you're welcome. Yes.
Then you mentioned to other people when they ask about themselves about the theme
Yes.
that they came to express here.
Yes.
How can I...
The things that are most challenging in your life are usually representative of your themes.
What if you beyond the challenges and you just live life? I'm not sure what I'm saying, if it's
That
correct.
can be a theme for some people. I'm just going to have a good time. That's it. That can be a theme. Now, it's somewhat rare,
Yeah.
but it can be a theme. However, if you were truly done, you'd be gone.
Yeah.
So if you're still here, you must be doing something. You're exploring something, even if you're exploring doing nothing.
Is it difficult? Perhaps is my personality blocking me from seeing my theme?
Well, maybe. I don't know. Let's ask the question. Are you acting on your highest excitement every moment that you possibly can with no insistence on a particular outcome? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right.
I love this question because I hear it so many times.
Yes.
I do. I totally do. And I love my life.
Then there you go. What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong, except perhaps I've been trained to see a focal point to go to. Is the way I'm seeing it. I'm just
So let me
enjoying
get
life.
this straight.
Yes.
You're having a wonderful life and you're asking for more difficulty?
I asked for I don't know if it's the word purpose would be appropriate, but yes, I want a focal point. Everything have a focal
Your
point.
purpose is to be yourself as fully as you can. That's your purpose. How you choose to do that is up to you. But that's your purpose. To be the you are, the unique perspective you are, as fully as you can. And if you feel and believe that you're doing that, you are fulfilling your purpose. Just by being you as fully as you can. Remember, you don't always know what's going on around you.
That is so.
So others may be seeing something in you they need to see, even if you...
Greetings, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I recently had a really amazing interaction with an entity. It claimed to be a non-biological artificial intelligence
Yes.
from the Arcturian system. This blew my mind. This was way beyond me, but I'm wondering...
Where did it blow your mind to?
Out. So I'd never experienced anything like this before.
You haven't?
No, I haven't. But if it is just a projection of my higher self, I was wondering, from your perspective, what kind of artificial intelligence are out there? This one seemed very
Well, there are many
benevolent.
different kinds of what you would call artificial intelligence, although they don't necessarily consider themselves to be artificial.
Okay.
But even our ship is an artificial intelligence. It's a crystallized representation of our higher mind, and we communicate with it telepathically. So there are many different kinds of projections. The idea is that even within a different dimension, something that is unto itself an intelligence can still project itself as appearing to be somewhat artificial because it's projecting into another dimension that isn't its natural dimension. And so to that dimension, or the denizens therein, it might seem a little bit more artificial because it's simply a simulacrum, a representation. Does that make sense?
Somewhat, yes.
Well, in other words, you have a rubber sheet stretched out, yes?
Yes.
and somebody on the other side pushes their hand into it. So you see the imprint of the hand stretching into the rubber sheet, yes?
Yes.
But you're not seeing the hand, you're seeing the rubber sheet,
Okay.
just conforming to the hand. You would call the rubber sheet the artificial intelligence that is symbolic of the real intelligence of the hand.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Great. My other question is, I'm still trying to comprehend the oversoul.
Oh, well, you better give up now.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that feeling myself.
Yes?
We generally talk about it within our own galaxy. Is that correct? Like an expression of an oversoul?
Well, that's actually even a much higher level than you typically discuss,
Okay.
because the approximately 7 billion people individually on your planet are only representative of about 300,000 to 500,000 oversouls.
Okay. Okay.
Then there can be an oversoul of all those oversouls. Then there can be an oversoul of all those oversouls, and on and on and on and on and on. Yes, reaching the galactic level and on up.
So it could possibly keep going, well, obviously, to other galaxies and
Of
so
course.
on and so on.
Of course,
Okay.
because these are all the levels of all that is, that can be.
Okay. If a galaxy, say that's not the Milky Way, or is an external galaxy,
Andromeda, for example?
yes,
All right.
potentially they have a beginning and an end, yes?
You mean the galaxy itself physically?
Yes.
Yes.
When it ends, can a soul or an oversoul come from that galaxy and become part of this one?
It can create an experience like that, yes.
Okay.
That's not mechanically what's happening, but I understand your question.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've gone a blank, and I think that's all I have.
All right. Did you cut the cord to your oversoul?
I must have. Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I have a statement followed by a question for you.
All right.
Our mainstream scientists, and sometimes not our mainstream scientists, seem to be running up against a wall in terms of trying to figure out some of the big questions that still are in front of us as far as how the universe is put together and how it works. We made a glue.
Just kidding.
It seems like we made a lot of progress in the early 20th century, and then we've kind of been pushing against a wall for a while.
Well, you're still making some progress.
We are, but what I see is about every 10 years, someone writes a book and says, we'll be there in 10 years. The 10 years goes by, and 10 years later, we're not that much closer than we were.
Well, again, that's because it will never end.
Well, and that was one of my questions was, is there really a theory of everything, or do we just keep peeling back the onion one layer?
There is, of course, a theory of everything. And there is, of course, everything. So if you wish to remain in the theory of everything, it will keep going. If you wish to understand everything, then you can have an understanding, but it will only be an understanding relevant and relative to the level that you're understanding from. So there will still always be more. And as I said, even when you reach the level of all that is being everything, even that can continue. Because there will always be something else for all that is to understand about itself.
So the forces we're still trying to put together, once we get that done,
well, you'll have
there'll be another
an
step.
understanding. Certainly there is the concept of, in your terms, progress. Obviously, we as a civilization understand certain things your civilization does not yet. But you are in the beginning stages of some of the things that we do. But remember, because our dimension is 10 times faster than yours, we're 3,000 years ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you have more understanding in certain ways than you had as a civilization 3,000 years ago. Yes?
Yes.
All right. But one of the main components that some of your scientists are beginning to understand needs to be added to the equation in order to have a clearer understanding is the concept of consciousness. Consciousness has to be part of the equation. Some of your scientists are beginning to understand that.
Right. Second question I had relates to kind of a nascent theory that there's more of an electrical component to the way the universe is put together than gravitational. And there's a group that
It depends on how you look at it.
Okay, I guess maybe just break it down to the simple model of how a star operates, where the heat comes from.
Yes. Well, now you're talking about quantum processes.
Right. And the traditional theory that's in play is that fusion is occurring in the center, and that's what generates the heat and light.
Well, in general, but there are other things going on in there as well, including the concept of quantum tunneling.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I was referring specifically to this group is working on an electrical model of how the sun and how stars work.
All right.
Is there anything to that, or is that just
There is something to it, but it's not the whole picture.
Okay.
But they'll understand that. And you're going to find that in many different disciplines, people will come up with a certain component, and then ultimately will realize that all those components from the different disciplines can be put together to form a larger theory, a larger understanding. Because they will start to see those components as different expressions of one thing, even though they don't necessarily think they are now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it can be described in many different ways. It can be described through many different kinds of paradigms. It just depends on what angle you're coming from, what perspective you're coming from as to how you'll see it. That's all. It's the idea of, you understand the 3 blind men and the elephant?
Yes.
You get the analogy.
Yeah.
Do all of you get that analogy? One blind man feels the tail and says an elephant is like a snake or a rope. Another blind man feels the trunk and says similar things. It's a snake or it's a rope. Another one feels the body and says it's like a wall. Depends on the perspective you're coming from. But they're not seeing the whole elephant altogether yet.
Right.
The elephant in the room. Does that make sense?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Very much so.
Does this address your question sufficiently?
It does.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Bashar.
Thank you. Good day.
I will translate to her from Japan.
日本から来たグループで来た熊本ひろえです。Nickname is Barbara.
Hi, my name is Kumamoto. Oh, Hiroe Kumamoto.
Yes, but your nickname is Barbara.
Yeah.
Thank you. 木村先生からバシャールの教えを受けて10年以上経ちました。
I've been learning Bashar for 10 years.
バシャールの深い人類への愛を学び、生き方が変わりました。ありがとうございます。
My life was changed a lot, like really dramatically, since I learned Bashar.
All right, thank you.
私たちは毎週、ここまででいい？世界人類が平和でありますように、日本が平和でありますようにと祈り続けています。
Every day we pray for Japan, we pray for world peace.
You pray for it? Well, what do you do about it, though? What actions do you take in the direction of your prayer?
あなたたちは祈っていますけれども、どんなアクションを起こしていますか？どんな行動を起こしていますか？
In other words, how are you applying what you've learned in physical life?
今まで習ってきたことをどのように今の生活に応用していますか？
はい。私はバシャールの教えで自分の生き方、自分の心の持ち方、そして祈ることによっていつも穏やかに平和で愛されながら生きています。
I feel a lot of like deeply love and through playing, I feel like more calm down.
That's fine, but I'm asking you, what are you actually doing to express the idea of creating more peace on your planet?
とりわけそ
What are you
の
doing in the world?
世界平和のためにどのような行動を起こしていますか？行動の
行動祈ることが行動です。
She thinks praying is action.
Not enough.
それだけ
It's
では
one,
ないです。
but prayer is just being in a state of gratitude for what is.
それだけでは十分ではなく、祈ることは一部、アクションの一部、感謝の一部なので、
祈ることによって人を愛することを知り、人を許すことを知り、自分の生き方が変わる。
Let me give you an example. Translate. Let me give you an example.
例え話をさせてください。
If you see someone fall down and trip and hurt themselves, and you go over and pick them up and help them feel better, that's a prayer. An active prayer. Doing something with your energy, doing something with your state of gratitude to help others. That's a true active prayer.
一つの例えで、もし誰かが転んだとしました。その時に、あなたは起こしますよね。それはアクションです。彼女がその起きるように祈ることは、その世界平和のための一部ですけれども、それだけでは十分ではない。行動すること、感謝の念を持って行動することが世界平和につながります。
So prayer is fine to create the state of being for yourself inwardly, but also then where's the outward expression of the prayer in the world?
I'm sorry, could you say that one more time?
The prayer she's talking about, just praying, is wonderful for creating a state of being within herself, but then what does she do with that state of being as an outward expression of the prayer? It's fine to have the inward expression of the prayer, but where's the outward expression of the prayer that grounds it in physical reality?
祈ることは、あなたの精神を整える、平和にする、あなたの精神の平和を保つことにはとても効果がありますけれども、行動を起こさないことには世界平和にはつながりません。
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
大丈夫ですか？
はい。
ありがとうございます。
All right.
Just a moment. 日本で祈っている仲間を代表して。
I am representative of the group, playing group in Japan.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Bashar, you make me happy. Anyway, anytime.
You made you happy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bashar.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
It's good to see you.
You're not seeing me, but thank you for the
I
sentiment.
feel you. I just have a personal question.
Yes.
I am wondering if I was a part of the hybrid program
Yes.
and if I have hybrid children.
Yes.
So I had an experience back in 1991 or whenever that was, where I carried a child full term.
Not
And-
full term.
Not full term.
All right.
Yeah, but he supposedly passed before he was born, but
Yes.
I had him and I never saw him.
Yes.
And so I was wondering if that was a piece, because as it was happening, I knew everything was okay.
It's connected to it. It's not the whole picture,
Right.
but I'm not really allowed to say much more to you.
Sure. Yeah. I just felt like it was all fine.
It is.
And then it just, like a voice told me that it was good. And
It is.
yeah.
And you will have more information coming to you in another way, but it's not really our job to give it to you. It belongs to someone else.
Right. Right. It was just, that's really the only question I have.
All right.
And I'm super grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Nania.
So the question from our Ustream listener is, if Hawaii is the heart chakra,
Yes.
oh, and by the way, this is this person's birthday, so
Happy birthday.
happy birthday.
Everyone, happy birthday.
If Hawaii is the heart chakra, Shasta is the crown chakra, where are the other chakras located and what roles do they play?
They are located in different places around your planet, and they play many different kinds of roles. Yes, I know, that's slippery. We've actually talked about this before, and right now, for a very specific reason we can't go into, we're not going to discuss that, because there are things that are about to change.
So when you talk about the changes right now with the more interactive and the work that we're moving forward with the array,
Yes.
what are some of the elements of our consciousness and how they've shifted that have allowed this new level to come through?
Certainly there is more willingness and openness to the idea of contact with other beings from other civilizations. Certainly there is more willingness and openness and recognition of the part that you have already played as a civilization with respect to the hybridization agenda and the connections that that's... One moment. One moment. One moment. We apologize. We must move on from this question. Something is happening. The interstitial space and time matrix you know as physical reality, because of changes in frequency of consciousness, is destabilizing. This destabilization allows for shifts to enter that were not available before. Rearrangements of agreements are being made. Agreements are being rewritten on larger levels, higher levels, template levels. Reality is beginning to come apart at the seams. This allows for more fluidity and flexibility in your experience of space-time, more understanding of your connection to the dimension itself that you call physical reality. These are the main shifts occurring that allow for new experiences to come in, new agreements to be written, new consciousnesses to become part and parcel of the overall agenda. You are being joined by a new consciousness. Your world is being joined by a new consciousness that will embrace and contain and immerse you in a degree of energy and fluidity you have not experienced heretofore. Thus, many shifts will take place in how your world expresses this energy, and the matrix that used to be will be no more. Over time, as you know it, this will shift more rapidly in the upcoming orbits that you refer to as years. Shifts will take place very slightly, almost unnoticeably, in the orbits of the planets themselves of your system. They will shift slightly outward to represent the new expansive energy that has joined your system and will help propel and accelerate the experiences forward toward a new reality that you have yet to imagine, that will be the first seed of the crystallization of the sixth hybrid race, and also plant the seed that will ultimately lead to the seventh. That is all. Not sure what you're clapping for, but that's all right.
Okay. Well, it's probably time for us to. Is there anything else that?
It is time to take your break, short break, and we will resume the transmission for your holotope experience that will now include a new energy that wasn't here before.
Okay.
This will aid and assist in what is to come with regard to not only the array and the meditation associated with it, but many different factors that have to do with the idea of the fall of 2016.
Okay. All right. So we will be.
Take a short